Yeah. Yes. So good morning. Yeah, I will be very, very brief. This morning is a very special morning for us as the county government of Bomet. You remember some times back, we made an announcement that we had given us an assignment to some committee to do some work for us. This was a task force led by Dr. Bishop Rugut and a number of members from our community who are serving with different organizations and institutions. This committee had a very specific assignment. They did evaluation on how we are performing in terms of development plans and implementations on the same, possibly the challenges that we are facing, and also what needs to be done. They were also to look at specific interventions in terms of the projects and programs that we can run within the community so that we can change the lives and livelihoods of our people. In the course of their assignment, they were also able to visit a number of counties to benchmark and also maybe borrow from best practices and programs that have been successful at the community level. So out of that exercise, today we have officially received a report which will implement 100%. Of course, having received this report, we will be setting up implementation committee so that we ensure that we follow through all those recommendations. Some of these recommendations will require resources that will be provided by the county government of Bomet. Some of the recommendations may require the support of the national government. Some of the recommendations may require the support from our partners who have been working with us, and others that will be shopping around to see whether we can have some of them coming on board, especially the non-governmental organizations that have been working with counties. Otherwise, on behalf of the residents of Bomet and then on behalf of the county government of Bomet, I want to congratulate this task force for their commitment and resilience. Despite the challenges that they were facing, they were able to surmount those challenges, and today they have submitted the final report, which will give us a direction on a number of issues that that we require to focus in so that we can change the lives of our people. Otherwise, members, thank you so much for that. And I want to believe the media will also be supporting us so that we highlight some of these issues and especially the successes that we have registered so far and the successes that we will register tomorrow until we have 100% implementation of this very, very noble report, I want to say so, for the benefit of the people of Bomet. Otherwise, asanteni sana, sana, sana. I want to give this opportunity to the chairman, Dr. Bishop Wood, to make some comments on the same.
Thank you, Your Excellency. As you have heard, we were given a task by His Excellency the Governor to see how we can change our development planning, to check our successes, our shortcomings, what can we do to improve in those challenges we have been having. And as the Governor have said, we have gone around this county. We got a lot of support from the public, even the MCAs of this county. And I believe with the support of the MCAs, all stakeholders, this report will bring a turnaround in our county. And the governor has committed himself that this report will be implemented, as he have said, to the letter. Our challenge only as the public and the leaders of this county is to support our governor to implement his manifesto, which of course we have captured in this report. We have a lot of projects we have come up with, which came from the people in the ground. We did public participation, as you have heard. And what they have given us, we believe our county will rise to a level we have never imagined. Thank you so much. I not say much.
Thank you. Mingal again? Yes, yes, Vitalis.
Maybe just to look at that report on which are these maybe 3 projects we can go with, which the committee has come up with that needs to be done and how it needs to be implemented. I'm not going to say 3 projects because we are dealing with those projects which are going to affect the local people direct. Talk of dairy farming. We have talked about agriculture, areas on agro-processing, adding value to our crops. You talk about avocado. If it goes well, we may have a small avocado processing full plant in the county. Things on poultry. We talk about chicken. But it's one of the counties where a lot of poultry, a lot of chicken. How can we add value to our chicken in this county? Those are some of the areas we have mentioned.
And maybe by any chance, would you ever try to look at maybe pending projects and the way forward on how to come out of the pending projects back?
Seriously, we check all the stalled projects, our ongoing projects. And we give recommendations on what can be done going forward. And the governor has actually said it doesn't matter which system was stalling. Some are from the first regime. But the governor is committed that all these stalled projects, he will try his best that they must be implemented, irrespective of which regime was being done. And we have clear recommendations.
It's a comprehensive report, and I think you have noted that, from the comment of Chairman, all the stalled projects were captured, and they did make recommendation of what needs to be done. Of course, the overall recommendation is that all the projects that were started in the first administration, that we started when we came in, and the ongoing projects should be completed, which includes the governor's residence. Even the stadium was also captured. We have the Indaraweta
value addition
yes
project,
and then of course partly in the Lightich. Some of them, of course, are almost complete as we are speaking, but it touches on all the areas, even infrastructure. So it is not only limited to agriculture, because once we produce from our farms, we want to get those produce to get to the market. So infrastructure was also captured. So it captured all the areas of development that we require as a county. And then, of course, the small interventions that we need to put in place so that we can change the lives and livelihoods of our people, and the value addition and so forth, so that it can also open up opportunities for employment for our young people.
Maybe you can take us through just where are we in maybe those 2 projects, huh? The one in Lightich and the one in Chibuna, in the implementation level.
The Lightich, I think, because you are members of this community, you've seen that there is some production that is going on. And one of the projects that is due to be officially opened by the Deputy President is the Lightich. So they have gotten all the licenses and all the clearance that is required from the different institutions that normally supervise that sector of food. So they have all the licensing that they require to go into mass production. So the only thing that we need to do is to support. Even as a community, we should be the first customers to the bread that comes from the Lightich. So that one I can say, except for maybe small things that are still pending, it's complete. We have also supported them by giving them some money. It's a kind of a revolving fund so that they can be able to service the suppliers, the farmers, even as they await the sales of the bread. Farmers require money maybe to pay school fees or clothing or even food. So we will be supporting the LITICH so that it can actually support the farmers, because at the end of the day, it is about our farmers. And then Chebunyo, we already have the equipment. The only challenge that we are having in Chebunyo is the equipment that we purchased is for processing and packaging fresh milk. We wanted a facility that can actually package long life milk so that, as I had promised last year part one, that we will be the first customers to Chebunyo. But the milk that we are supplying to our ECDs is long life milk, and the equipment that was supplied is for fresh milk. So we are now in the process of maybe putting in money to ensure that we purchase that equipment, and possibly before the end of the year, God willing, Chebunyo should be fully functioning in terms of packaging milk for our ECDs and even selling to our community and even beyond. So, but I want to promise, because we didn't want to expose our farmers. You know, when you are new in the market, we don't want a lot of exposure, because packaging milk that will stay in the shelves for 3 days and then it gets spoiled, I don't think that would be good for us. So until such a time when we are very confident that they have established themselves in the market, we can now allow them to go to fresh milk packaging. So we start with long life, and then we market ourselves. Once we get established in the market, then we can venture into fresh milk packaging. Yeah.
Ambayo somi kewan eche kipma Kiingereza. En betutab rani kotoche report nebo tax force netinye